biggest exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Check, nickel. Check. Check,
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Okay, just like that. Just like that. 51 the mic, boy. 51. I got it.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the
Charles,
play.
they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st down, Bengals.
From midfield now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Single. Whip. Back. Check right.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This one into the hands of Burton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
31-yard line.
On first down, it's Hines. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Colts nothing.
2nd down and 8. Wentz. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
To kick off for Indiana.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game. These days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Open man is Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now Burrow on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz over the middle here. It's Hilton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. That one goes for 24 yards.
43-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter. Hines. Room here to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Colts 14, Bengals 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time Burrow will look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
7-yard line.
Going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They run again with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Made by Jesse Bates.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
81, 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You can't block me.
Working from the gun, Wentz. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
Wentz is
5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Got an open man, that's Campbell. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
the ball carrier.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and now the rookie's free. 30. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Colts 17.
Here's second and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Hines. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. 51, Mike. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, defense. 2-jet. Man up,
Throwing is Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's where you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
His kick is good.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just one score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Hines, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run the counter. It's Hines. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Colts 24, Bengals 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here we go with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tonight's final score.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take